In this video, I will show you how to sew your accessories onto your Haumea bag. You start with the lid here, where you find the best placement so that it sits in the center. I start by sewing from the inside out and place it in the outermost hole on the lid. When I sew here, I leave an end that I can fasten when I'm completely finished sewing. Then I sew into the next hole, from the front to the back here. And then I go from the inside out and into the next hole. Then I go again from the outside in, and I continue sewing through the entire lid, both all the way to the other end and back again, as you can see here. I do this to ensure that the lid is really well secured. Once I have sewn my lid on, it's time to attach the button. I just close the bag here so I can measure where I should approximately place my button and where the center of my bag is. When placing my button, it can be a good idea to use a stitch marker to know exactly where the center is. I have placed my stitch marker according to the pattern, and therefore I know that my button should be positioned underneath where I have placed my marker so that the lid closes properly. I do exactly as I did with the lid here, starting by sewing from the right corner, and make sure to sew approximately in the same spot, so that the button is also aligned on the bag. Once you have sewn the button completely on, it's time to attach our D-rings here on each side of the bag. I just start on one side, measure, and try to place the ring so that it aligns well with the sides and when the lid is closed. Then I just do as I have done with all my accessories and start here in the right corner by sewing through my D-ring here. And of course, I save a bit of thread for this when I need to fasten my ends. I try to keep this ring as straight as possible in relation to the sides and the lid. And then I just sew through using exactly the same method that I have used for all the other accessories. And sew the other ring on in exactly the same way on the other side of the bag. Once we have sewn both rings on, we are ready to attach our shoulder strap here. And it's so easy that you just hook it on both sides, and then you're ready to head out into the world with your new Haumea bag. I hope these videos have helped you through the process of knitting your own Haumea bag.